And hello, Texas. Don't turn that dial. This is the Fly Mackey Show. And I'm your host, Fly Mackey. You can call me David, too. Amber calls me Dick. I'm not going to tell you what my studio engineer, Doug, calls me. Holy cow. He said, don't show up late for dinner. He made his mother's recipe, old-fashioned spaghetti. And I said, Doug, I know you're a vegan. He said, no, this is Mama's famous spaghetti with her meat sauce. And it's good, too. I'm going to eat some of it here in just a second. And y'all get to watch. I know the last thing you want to do is watch an old Indian eat. Hey, too bad. You're going to have to watch it. That's the way it is. Anyway, we're in studio here. And let me see if I don't have, I don't have any virtual backgrounds here. Ain't got them. We're going to share some screen here. I can't actually tell, Doug. You can. Oh, yeah. It has to be open for them to work. Can you believe it? The guy says, the studio guy says, do you want me to open the shutters to the lights? Help me, baby Jesus. Oh, hallelujah. Somebody please pass the collection plate. Yeah, you can if you want. It's hotter than hell in here, but I'm not complaining. Anyway, there's a lot going on. I'm trying to unravel it. Hold on. See? That's old-fashioned spaghetti from my vegan friend. This is why you can't be mad at people. I mean, my good friend who's a vegan, man, that's good. He said, we made spaghetti. Huh?
Part vegan.
He's part vegan, yeah. Yeah. The man side of him is meat eater. Sorry about that one. I don't care if he's a sissy. He's not a sissy. He's all man. I know some sissies that are all men too. Them tough son of a guns. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a lot of them out there, but I don't pass judgment. I don't even care. Mm-hmm. Look at the Olympics. That was something else. And I swear to you that some of those players on the WNBA, the women's basketball, some of them are dudes. Gotta be. I ain't against them. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, there's a lot going on in that Democratic National Convention. A few hundred people there. That's it. A few hundred. They're having riots in the street. It's not the Republicans or the independents that are rioting. It's their own people. Their own people hate them. Their own people hate. I thank you, Ricky. The engineers, Ricky and Faith, are giving me the thumbs up. Their own people hate them so bad that they're rioting over there, killing people, breaking stuff, burning stuff. Their own people. Hallelujah. Thank you, baby Jesus. Doug, you did a good job on this spaghetti.
Thank you.
Man. Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, you guys can send the comments, write a post, say something. Make sure if you're brand new to the channel, we're on Bruce Porter's channel and on Fly Mackey's channel. But if you're new, subscribe to Bruce, subscribe to the channel, give him a like, a follow, all that good stuff, and support his channel. He's going to be, we're going to be, our network, Smart Money Culture Television, is going to be in New York next month at the UN blockchain event. We're doing a gala and all that good stuff, and we're one of the sponsors for Bruce. And, you know, that thing cost him a cool 100 grand plus. So you guys help him out. Give him some money. Help him along the way. All right, hold on a second. That's good stuff. I'm losing weight too, guys. I was supposed to go to Oklahoma. I'm not telling you where I'm at today, but supposed to be in Oklahoma. My friend Sherry Rocco, her husband, and Rockhold and her husband, they train, horses that, know how to corral the cows and stuff like that. And then they show horses and rodeo horses and stuff like that. So I'm supposed to head that direction, but I went another direction instead. But we're going out there. We're going to do some videos. Yeah, I know how to ride a horse. I might be a little fat. That horse may say, hey, do you mind? You think you could drop a weight or two? But I'm still riding them suckers. You have to stay on if you want to, you have to stay active. Sorry for eating. But I could, when they offered me the spaghetti, I said I have to take it. Anyway, the Democrat National Convention's a lot of shenanigans going on over there. George Bush Sr. said on his deathbed, if the American public knew what we did, he's talking about his family, he said they would chase us down in the streets and lynch us. Those are his words. Now, I'm a libertarian. I'm more of an independent, and I'm not loyal to any of these son of a guns. None of them. Now Trump, yeah, because he's a bona fide badass who gets shot and gets up and goes fight, fight, fight. Who does that? Well, a man does that. A leader does that. Yeah. That's what a leader does. You can follow somebody like that. Donald J. Trump, you can follow somebody like that. The Bushes, they're just a bunch of scumbags, though. And by the way, I don't care if you don't like that. That's too bad. I don't follow anybody. I don't follow anybody. You're not telling me what to do. I'm not going under any party lines that tell me I have to do nothing. I'll tell you what I am. I'm pro crypto. I'm pro Bitcoin. We have a strategy to kill the deficit. It's easy. You could do it easy with crypto. You could do it easy. I got a game plan. It'll work easy as pie. Especially if you guys would become your own bankers. Oh boy. This is good stuff. All right, one more bite. All right, I'm going to set this down. I'm going to set it right over here, out of the way. Man, that was good. Let's have some water. You could kill the deficit really easy. Number one, the moment that the spending went 3% or so above GDP, you make it that nobody could get reelected. Said, sorry, none of you are eligible. And we don't care if you do bring it back down, you're still not eligible for reelection. Sorry. Bye, Felicia. Somebody said that because I'm not black, I can't say that. I'll say dang whatever I please, okay? I say Native American stuff all the time. I say Mexican stuff all the time because I got it in me. I got a grandson that's half black. I say whatever I want, okay? I was adopted by a Jewish, thank goodness. Okay. Thank goodness my mother and dad, alcoholic drug addicts, when I was 2 days old, decided to get in a car and drive off and never come back. Now, I wouldn't. I was also kicking heroin and alcohol. I hope you never have that in your family, ever. I hope you never have to go through something like that. But I did. And I have never once held it against them. I was adopted Catholic. They took me in. The popos came. They took us to the orphanage. And we were all adopted out to different families. And I was adopted by Erna Mae Galt, a Jew, and whatever you think of Jews, I don't care. An Irish Catholic father, John Aloysius Mackey, and they named me David Mackey. I like that name. Amber calls me Dick, but you know she's 30 years younger than I am too. I got it made. I'm telling you, I got problems. But I'm not complaining about my problems. I can tell you that. And I am so grateful that I did get adopted because they taught me all kinds of good things about how to treat other human beings and not put blame. You know, that I was told when I got sober on July 12th of 1986, okay, you wouldn't want me drinking. As soon as I started drinking, I pulled my pants down. I was looking for somebody to screw. I told you I got problems. I had big problems, or I was fighting. See this? My left eye, that thing was black for like 2 years. I couldn't keep my mouth shut. Bam! Somebody smacking me, you know? Anyway, so anyway, I just learned a lot of good stuff. Don't blame other people. Don't blame other people. If something happens, blame me. And then when I can get past that and don't blame anybody, that's when the solutions come. Where I'm not blaming anybody. It's not even me. It is what it is. What is the solution? When I was talking to a couple of my engineers a few days ago, and I said, no. Cut it out. Stop it. What's the solution? Let's find a solution. Let's be active at the solution. Anyway, so when you find the solutions, all the blame goes away. Anyway, yeah. So I like to talk about everybody. Let's get back to the Kamala Harris. I think I might have some clips here somewhere. Anyway, the you know, people were at the convention and they would only show, like, have you noticed, like, oh, let me go back. So Bush Sr. said if the American, now he was talking to his family, okay, shortly before he passed, and he said if the American people, citizens, knew what we did, they would chase us down in the streets and lynch us. Why do you think he said that? Could 9/11 have something to do with that? Could the Iraqi war have? I mean, when you listen, we have wars, and I'm 100% defending America. 100%. My dad, my brother, my son, my grandson, lots of other family members in the military. I never was. That was my greatest regret in life, was not joining the military. And I don't care what anybody says, that was my greatest regret. And I can tell you this, that I wished I would have. Okay. But that day is over. Anyway, getting back to this, you know, war is all about old men. We're sending our kids, our boys and girls, to war to kill each other. And they don't even know each other. They're not mad at each other, but they go and kill each other on behalf of old men who do know each other. What's up with that? What's up with that? Not for it at all. Let's look at Bitcoin right here. Anyway, get it real quick. So it's easy. There's a real game plan that can. We're having a little bit of glitch. I saw that. Well, we're going to go for about 3.5 hours tonight. So 2 hours live on television. Hello, Corpus Christi, Houston, College Station, Beaumont, and Lake Charles, Louisiana. These are our. Let's see who's on TV right now. Let's see who's on TV. You want to see this? Let's see who's on TV. So we stream, and then whatever we're playing on television there in Houston, College Station, Corpus Christi, Beaumont, Texas, and Lake Charles, Louisiana. Tallahassee's coming soon, and maybe another 103 channels are coming. People say, how did you get in the TV business? I said, I wrote a check. Pretty simple. All right, so so whatever we're playing in, okay, whatever we're playing into the homes there in Texas and Louisiana, we rebroadcast it, we restream it at the same time back to our website. Here you're looking at it there, smartmoneyculture.tv. And then, of course, you can click on that link if you want to hire us. I don't know why you wouldn't. If you're looking for credit, I had a lady tell me today, a stripper, hooker. And by the way, I'm not against them. My birth mother was a hooker. She was a prostitute and a drug addict. You know, you only get what you get. I loved my mother. Okay, I got to meet her a few times before she passed away. Straightened her life out, but a good part of her life she was a prostitute. And so I love prostitutes, but let me tell you this: I had one reach out to me today and said it's all a scam. It's a get rich quick. Listen, when you get credit, you're not getting rich. You're going into debt, dummy. I did tell her I love that question. I said, I love that question. That's a good question, but you got it wrong. This ain't a get rich quick. When you get credit, you're going into debt when you spend it. It's not a get rich. There's nothing getting rich about getting credit. What it does, it allows you to leverage somebody else's money. That's what it does. It has your name on it, but it ain't your money. Are you responsible? Yes, but it's still not your money. They give it to you so that you can use it. See that one right here? That card right there could probably spend about 150 grand on that card. Now I don't, but they gave me one. I said, oh, and they said, you can use it. And I'm like, no, I can't use that. No. How about this one right here? See that? Fly Mackey. It's American Express. It had my name, Fly Mackey. Did you see that? Here's another American Express. See this? Fly Mackey. American Express. American Express is Capital One. That's got the big bucks on it right there. I got a Chase card too. I don't have it. Somebody else has it. But this is what you want right here. This kind of credit. This credit right here. This credit. What's that right there? There's a little bitty card, $2,000. These little cards right here are all big cards, except for these are charged. That's a charge card right there. These are charge cards. The American Expresses are charge cards. Charge a couple $100,000 on those. But the good thing about charge cards is at the end of the month, you want to pay them off. Otherwise, it starts that rotating line of credit. No, you want to. It's like if you're out somewhere and you're doing business and you go, okay, I want to buy that house. Okay. And I need $100,000 or 200, never, just unless it's big $1 million piece of property, we're not spending $200,000 for a house because we're buying them creative financing. Fixing to do a deal right now. It's $1 million piece of property. It has 2 houses on it, a really dope garage. It's going to come with we're going to get all the tools. And it has a Ford Explorer, and it has like half a dozen of those four-wheelers and a couple of motorcycles, and a Hummer and stuff like that. And it's got a really nice big 5,000 square foot house with the house down the hill on the piece of property, and then has a trailer that someone else owns it. But we're going to get that house. We're doing a deal for creative financing on that house, $1 million. Okay, and this thing is going to cost us about $3,000 a month, give or take, for that house. Now and so basically, but it's all creative financing. So we're doing a really creative deal to get that piece of property. It's really cool, and you can do it too. The American dream is not, listen, let me tell you something. The American dream is not going out and getting a mortgage for 30 years. Whoever put that in your head, just say, Fly Mackey said that's stupid. Who would go out and put themselves in bondage for 30 years and give them hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest of your money? No, that's not the American dream. That's straight up stupid. No, that's retardo. This lady, she got mad at me. She said, "You can't say that word, retarded." She goes, my sister is not retarded. She has Down syndrome. And I said, "Oh, I didn't know you had a twin." I got problems. Okay. Oh, I'll say all kinds of crap. I'm not politically correct. And you can't cancel me because I don't care. I don't even get on social media. Somebody may say something. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I own this network. I own all this airtime. There ain't nobody canceling me because I own it. I decide who gets to come on here. I get to decide. Now, let me take that. I'm bragging a little bit because we have, we have C-suite executives here, and we have content division department that we're building out. Okay, and so I'm not the decision maker on everything, but I'm the CEO. I think I'm the janitor. We have 100 people watching. Thank you. Tell your friends that Fly Mackey's on. We're going to talk a little crypto here and a little bit of money and a little bit of, I want to talk a little bit about your interest rates and stuff like that. I mean, it's insane. Who would go out and get a mortgage for 30 years? That's not the American dream. Oh, the American dream is going to come back with Donald Trump. Well, I hope that dream goes away. That he needs better advisors, because we're in 2024. We're not 30, 40. We're not 50 years ago or 80 years ago. The mortgage back then was better. Mortgages started just before, at least from what the banks have been tracking, and we don't know because they've been around for thousands of years. But here in the U.S., just before the Civil War, you had to have 80% down for a house. 80%. And then they would mortgage you, they'd loan you or mortgage you. I like to say mortgage you. That may not be correct, but I don't care. They would loan you money for the other 20%, but you couldn't extend it out over 7 years. You think they confiscated a lot of properties? Oh, yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the Civil War was the biggest grab of land and money. That was all fake. There was people who wanted to free the slaves. They were going to free the slaves. We did not have to go to war for that. That was just a bunch of bull crap, so they could grab the land. And they grabbed a lot of property during the Civil War. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We didn't go to war over slavery. The Republicans were going to make that go away. They voted on that. We didn't go to war over slavery. Just so you know. The Republicans were against slavery 100%, and they were like, we got to get rid of this crap. Just so you know, all races of all colors and all creeds were slaves for thousands of years, and still in the other parts of the world today. There's a lot of slavery going on. Slavery has never ended. I'm glad we ended it here. Hallelujah. Thank you, baby Jesus, and all that good stuff. Not for it. I'm not for it at all. But we put ourselves into bondage and slavery. They just got us a different way. And instead of just getting the blacks, now they got all of us. They got us all now. You get a mortgage for 30 years, you totally yourself. You totally screw yourself when you get a mortgage. Let's look at where we're at right here. Oh, I didn't click that right there. We're on commercial break. So if in the Houston area, in Houston, Corpus Christi, College Station. Oh, look at that.
Personal credit. Do you have good credit? 750 or higher? It's easy when all the data points are in place. We have a whole team and a done-it-for-you program.
Click that right there. We're on commercial. And there we are. So there I am live on television, and then I'm live. We restream it back to our website, and we're streaming on like 8 different social sites at the same time. That's how we work it. And if over here you can see where there's Fly Mackie right there. I look pretty good when they make you look. They make you look good, you know. Put some makeup on you and all that good stuff. And there's Bruce Porter. I'm on Bruce's Porter channel tonight here on X. He's got a big following. You guys, if you're new to this channel here on X and you're not a follower, hit that like button and follow him along. There's the great Jack McCall. If you guys want some credit and you want somebody to mentor you, this is the guy right here. Multi-millionaire, on his way to becoming a billionaire. Jack McCall. Yeah. One of the best mentors that you're going to get in the credit business. That's the guarantee, okay? And then there's Dustin Plantholt here. Dustin, boy, me and him, we know about eating ramen noodles. This guy right here has been knighted. He talks to leaders of different countries. He's got a show on a couple of days, I think 3 different days a week. I mean, he's got some good stuff. We got Jane King on here somewhere too. Well, she's not on here. We got Jane King, and Jane King is Jane King reports from the NASDAQ. Thank you guys for having us. Let's look at a little crypto, okay? So you see here, and by the way, some of you guys who've been following me know that I do some really simple charting. I'm not going to do anything extravagant so that you guys can get confused, and I always get confused. Okay. So when people start laying out these Fibonacci and all this good stuff, I mean, it is very confusing, and the language is very confusing. So I just want to show you here. This is the channel that Bitcoin's been traveling in since around the 13th of March. And then you can see here, you see this right here, where it hit the top of this, it hit the top of these candles, hit the top of this green one. Now it extended above it, but this is where it settled. And then it hit the top of this candle here. It hit the top of this one right here. It did extend. It went above this line. And this is when you have these candles going above these trend lines, it's trying to break out of it and go to the moon. I'll give you an example. Everything's right now. You know, I have it where Bitcoin can go in two different directions. One, it could go to the moon at about $180,000, 88,000. The other one, it could, you know, we could see it digress a little bit. I mean, I think Bitcoin could go all the way to back down to. I think Bitcoin could go all the way back down to, you know, under 12,000. Let me see here if I can. I got another chart for this, just for this. But here, when it, all right, hold on a second. Look at this. Just follow me along here. Follow me along. All right, let's go to this my other page. This one's not being cooperative. And here we go. It made it out of that channel. Look at that. Look at that, guys. This is the page I should have been on anyway. Ooh, look at this. So here you can see that Bitcoin has been traveling in this channel going down. You can see that. It's a downward channel since around the 10th of March or so, the 13th of March. And then it's had this one channel where it's been going down. You see this? And then it popped above that today. Ooh, look at that. Wow. This is a daily chart. Okay, guys. Now, this has been accumulating for a long time. The trading has been a lot less, but it's been going. You see how this has been going sideways? Look at this right here. See how this has been going sideways? Look at this. See how this has been going sideways? Now, you see the channel since Bitcoin since March has been traveling downward in this channel. It's clear to see, right? But over the last, since June, around the 28th of June, give or take, around the 14th of July till yesterday, it's been traveling sideways. It tried to make it out of here a couple of times, and then it took a big crash down here. It tried to make it out of this big channel, but then it popped back up, started going sideways, and then now look at this. Wow. Hold on, guys. Today's the 19th. You guys hold on because it made it out of this channel here. Watch out. And it's been going sideways for a while. Look at this. See how this has been traveling sideways? Look at that. Downward a little bit, but it's accumulated. It doesn't have the big long candles. See these big candles? That's a lot of trading. Here's a lot of trading here. That one went from 54,900 all the way up to 62,000. You know, so that had a good almost a $6,000 range there. And here it's been shortening it up, like yesterday 58 to 59, so about $1,000 here. Today 59,500 to about 60,000, so about another. Watch out when this starts accumulating. Oh boy, when this starts accumulating, Katie, bar the door, because you do not know what's going to happen. This could get exciting. Wow. Thank you for being loyal watchers. Appreciate you. Monday night. Wow. Let's take a look at some of the other coins and see what's going on, okay? So once again, you have Bitcoin here, and it's trading at $60,570. But here's the story right here. Take a look over here. trading 27 billion for the day. It's up 36% in daily trading volume. Ethereum at $2,659.86. It has a AAA rating. You see this here, back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin does not have a buy or sell rating. AAA, hold tight, but no buy or sell. That's because it's accumulating, going sideways. Binance coin here, 568.45, trading $957 million. It's up 46% in trading for the day, which means it was around 600 million 24 hours ago. Here's Ripple trading at 60 cents. Traded $1,784,000,000. Wow, look at this. The trading volume on XRP is up 155.8% in daily trading volume. You guys, wow, that's a lot of buying. And let's see where it's heading. Let's look at the dashboard here and see if we can get the site to chart it for us. Yeah. Yep, it's making its case. There's a lot of heavy volume here. Ooh. The price didn't move hardly at all today. The price didn't, I mean, a lot of buying. 1,700,000,000, but it hardly moved the candle. You see that? Didn't make the price go up. A lot of trading. If you go back and look at this, wow. Let's go back and look at this. A lot of trading volume today. A lot of buying and a lot of selling. But look at the analysis. Remember this. It's up 155% in trading volume for the day. So that's a lot of volume for one day to go up 155%. But if you look at the chart, once again, so a lot of buying and a lot of selling at the same price. This candle hardly moved. It moved from 60 cents to 61 cents. It moved about a penny. Let's see what it says up here. The high was 61. The low was 56 cents. So it moved 5 cents today. 5 cents. That's it. But a lot of volume. 1,700,000,000. 1,784,000,000. And it is in the buying position. This is Matt Dixon's site. He has them in the buy position. Okay, let's look at Doge. Dogecoin trading at 10 cents. It traded 584 million for the day. It's up 38% for the day. This is not going to say any different story than Bitcoin or most of the coins trend right along with Bitcoin. Whatever. Oh. You do see where it's been trading sideways, right? Just like Bitcoin, it traded sideways, and then it made its move today a little bit, not a lot. Ooh, look at that. It moved to a whopping. All right, come on, candle. The high was 11 cents. The low was 10. It moved to a whopping penny today. But that's a lot of trading volume. Moved to penny, 1 penny. That's it. But it traded $584 million in trading. There's a lot of trading going on. Here's for you Cardano fans. Trading at 34 cents. It's up 38% in trading for the day. 240 million. Here's the Litecoin. This coin is solid as a rock, man. It's been around a long time. It is up 13% for the day, $273 million. That's a lot of trading. The circulating supply, look at this, is 74,881,026.983. And it traded $273 million. Hold on a second. I want to do some math on this, okay? It's 60 cents, 273, 517, 660 divided by 66.81. So it, out of the 74 million circulating supply, it traded 4,093,962.88 at this price right here. So it traded about 4,093,000. 4 million of these circulating supply traded today. That is a really solid coin. You got 74,000 circulating, and then 4,000, divide that by 74,881,026. That's 5%. 5.4%. 5% of the trading volume. That's where they average. Okay. Let's look at some of these other. Here's Monero. You guys, $156.34. It's always hovering that. Traded $82 million today. It's up 85% in trading volume. Of course, crypto.com coin trading at 8 cents, 0.08710 cents. Traded 82 million today in daily dollar volume. It's got a triple B rating with no buy. Very few of these coins. Only one of these coins so far, XRP, is in the buy position. Everything else is not being rated at all for buy or sell until you get down to number 43, OK Bitcoin. Don't know what this is. Never looked it up. Have no clue. Triple B rating, and it's also in the buy. Let's look at this real quick. It's trading at $37.46. Traded 3 million. Nope. Wouldn't touch it with the 10-foot pole. Now, I'm not giving any financial advice, guys and gals. We're not giving any advice here. None. We're not financial advisors. You know, we're just talking here. We're just giving you the news. But this thing only traded. This coin only traded. This token only traded $3 million for the day. No way. If you had 100 or 200,000 that you were trading, I'd be afraid I'd be able to get my money. But it's in the buy position. So, and Matt Dixon, this guy's world class. People are looking for his suggestions. Okay, let's go over here and look at the Bitcoin Cash.
Bitcoin Cash trading at $343.07. And it traded $140 million for the day. It's up. Oh, what? It's only up 1.9% in daily trading volume. So it traded about that same 140 million. See here, circulating supplies, just pretty much exactly what BTC is mined. It's ranked number 20. This coin is starting to gain some traction. This one's gaining some traction. Let's take a look at BSV. Trading right now, it's a triple B rating. It's also not in a buy or sell position. Trading at $42.86. It's up 19.9% in trading volume. And that's just in the amount of money. Ooh, 15,069,000. That is painful. But this coin has a lot of utility behind it. This coin here is, out of all the Bitcoins, is the only one that I know of that has some utility behind it. And what I mean by that is it's trading. I mean, it's got a usage. They're using it for actual currency and stuff like that, and companies are using it. That's very interesting. The American dream. The American dream is not to go get a mortgage. The American dream is not to go get a mortgage for 30 years. Why would you do that and give all that money to the banks? So what happens is when we put our money into the banks, we give up our rights to, and you sign them away to let the banks do what they want with the money that you put in their bank. And it's not a bad thing, but it's what you've decided to do. We all do this, where we've given up our rights to the principal and the interest. And it goes to the banks, and they do whatever they want with it. And so if you put in, let's say, $1 million, well, they're going to give you, a point to maybe 4 points if you have $1 million. Rarely you're going to get anything over 4 points with a bank. Even if you're running millions of dollars, they're going to tell you, hey, well, let's lock this thing away. And maybe a mutual fund will give you 6%, but you got to lock it away. Trust me, that's not a lot of money these days, folks. That's not bragging rights. We put in $200,000 into Desert Financial, and they said, congratulations, Mr. Mackey. We're going to give you 1/4 point. I said, what? How about a point? And they go, okay. Then we negotiated a point. That I actually asked for 4, and they said no. But they did say they'd give me a point. And they gave me 1 point for $200,000, $2,000 for the year if I leave it in there. Now, what do you think they did with that $200,000? Well, they went out and loaned it 10 times. They loaned $2 million off of my $200,000. And then they had control of that $2 million for a period of time because they wanted me to lock that $200,000 away. So that all they did was they were able to do what's called fractional banking, where they took that $200,000 and 10 times in a row, what they did 10 times in a row, they took it and loaned out another $200,000 on my money. So like Chase Bank has a branch, they got thousands of branches, right? So they'd take my 200 and they'd go to 10 different branches of Chase, and then they would take 200,000 and put it into those banks, just codes. That's all they did. And then they'd loan that out to folks like you, my money to folks like you. That's how it works. And then they'd loan it to you at like 4% or 6% or 8%, unless it was a mortgage, you know, and then it was still similar to that, right? Some are from 4 to 8%, they're loaning it, but they're giving me 1. So the spread, you see, that's where they make all that money. But they didn't just make it on the 200,000. They made it on 2 million. 2 million. That's where the spread was, on 2 million. I talk about the same stuff over and over and over and over and over all the time. You can look here at a guy who got a mortgage for 8.118%, that's actually 8.218 is the average mortgage across the board right now. And people say this is the American dream. Look what this guy is going to pay on $400,000, which is the average house, $440,000. His payment's going to be about $2,900, about what I'm going to pay for this other house that we're going to get. But, you know, the good thing about this house we're going to get, it has a renter in the house down the hill, and they're paying $800. And then there's a lady who has a little trailer on there, and she pays $300. So that's $1,100 of the $3,000 that we're going to pay. So we're going to come out of pocket about $2,000 to buy this $1 million piece of property with all that stuff that I mentioned to you. That's called creative financing. And sometime in the next, because it's worth $700,000, $800,000, I'm going to pay him what he wants. He wants more than that. But there's also a couple of acres. There's 5 acres are total there. 2 of the acres can be developed. And then I could sell that off for a couple of $100,000, right? And make the difference. Easy enough if I wanted to do that. But anyway, the goal is to keep the 5 acres. And I'm just literally I'm a minute and 38 seconds away from the lake, and that's a big lake. A minute and 38 seconds. You could walk through the back end of this property, go through someone else's property, and then you're going to hit a parking lot of the marina. And then the lake is literally right there. So there's a lot of trees there. It's covered up. It's a good forestry place, you know, has some good mushrooms that can be harvested and stuff like that. Hold on. We're dropping the bags and stuff. We're dropping stuff. Okay. Thank you for people who have liked and shared our videos. We don't have a very big crowd tonight. You guys tell your friends. That's okay. I love the guys that are on here. Thank you for coming. Tell your friends and family, hey, Fly Mackey's on, and he's talking about money again. If you're not in charge of your own economy, then you're playing their game. And this is right here is what it's all about. And I talk about this all the time. If you're not in this, if you're not in debt, and this is what a lady was asking me today or yesterday, she was saying this is a get rich quick. What are you talking about? When you borrow money, you know you owe it, right? You have to pay it back. So you have to have some kind of revenue. So if you have a job, you can pay it back if you have a job, if you use our strategies. And we'll help you get the money. If you have a decent credit score, 680 or higher, and you own a house, you're in. You really want 720 or higher, but you can get a HELOC with a 680. You know, if you pay your bills, you may be a little high on your DTI, but you know, your debt to income ratio may be a little high, but that's okay. There's reasons that the credit scores come down, and usually it's not because you're paying your bills, not paying bills on time. Usually because your debt to income is a little off, and you want to get that straightened out. Okay, but that's what having debt and then using your credit to maneuver, and then you're using your credit lines all the time to pay for everything. Now, Dave Ramsey hates it. He calls you stupid and all kinds of things for using credit. But once again, most of the principles that he teaches don't work for the average American. Unless you're really, it doesn't work. They don't work for the average American. And the proof of that is his business that he gets. So and I'm a big fan of Dave, but he only, out of all the business that Dave Ramsey gets, the people that he's mentored that's come on they get like 72%, 20 or 78%. 22% of all the business that they get is Dave Ramsey. The other 78% is his mentors that are doing different programs than what he does. So what does that say? That says that method is old and used up. You can't use that in today's times. It don't work. And mainly because the cost of living has gone too high. Do you know just this year, I'll give you an example. All right, hold on. Here was my very first TV channel. Look at this. When COVID, it was before COVID, but when COVID hit, I'd run around and they'd say, "What are you doing out running around?" I'd say, "Media." They go, "Okay, go on." They didn't bother media. I need all right, hold on. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Good spaghetti. All right. This board does not want. All right. Well, you must have used some. All right, that ain't gonna work. I like using the board too. Let me see if I can. You're gonna have to get somebody to clean that board. Let's look at the calculator here. So on a mortgage right here, look at this. At 8.18%. This is not the American dream to have a $668,490.80 in interest that you would pay on this $400,000 house. This $400,000 house cost them $1,068,000. We're gonna have to clean this up. $400,000 cost them $1,000,000 what? 68,000. 400 and what? 90. Look at this. This $400,000 house cost them $1,068,000, and they paid $668, a little bit more than that, $1,000 in interest. You tell me how this is the American dream. $400,000 house, you pay $1,000,000, $668,000 in interest. You tell me You tell me how that's the American dream. So you guys out there, Charlie, Kirk, all you guys, Candace, you know, Donald Trump. I love you guys. I'm voting for Trump. I'm voting for Trump. I'm telling you. But once again, this isn't the American dream. You see that right there? Right there. There it is right there. There it is. $400,000 for the house. They're going to pay $1,068,000 in 30 years, and $668,000 of that is interest. You tell me how that is the American dream. Go ahead. I'm waiting. You tell me how that is the American dream, where you'd pay not only the $400,000, you'll pay that and another $268,000 on top of that. That's 1.5 times the cost of the house that you're going to pay in interest. And then, well, I know, but my house is going to be worth $1 million someday. No, probably not. Probably not. Who knows? Maybe it goes up to $1 million, but you've already paid. That's not profit. You just paid it out of your pocket. $668,000 in interest, and you tell me that's the American dream? Cut it out. Sounds like a bad dream to me. Now, when you learn how to take your credit lines, I would take my, if I was this guy here, if I was this guy here, I would take my credit lines and I'd pay off the $400,000, and then I would put all my checks into the line of credit, satisfy that monthly payment, and watch it come down in a dramatic fashion. You're still going to pay some interest, but not what you would have paid. This would be the better scenario. So you take your $400,000, and instead of paying the minimum monthly payment, this right here, instead of paying the minimum monthly payment, $2,900, just say $3,000. Instead of paying the $2,968 minimum payment, and then look at the amortization on this, all the way down to 360 months. Look at that, 360 months, okay? Instead of paying all this interest for all those years, you could take your entire income, it would cause your interest rate to come down to about half, pay it off in 7 years. You'd pay an extra $1,400, which means you'd actually just put your entire, you'd put your income in and then pull your bills out. That would leave a remainder balance of about $5,400. Your total payments would be $459,000 in 7 years. See this? 7 years, loan term. You'd pay this out. You'd pay $59,271.68 in interest. And this proves it right here. So people say, well, your math isn't right when you do the 4%. Look at this right here. Remember on this one right here where we were at 8%? Remember? 8.118%. All right, now look at this. That's actually double. It's 16 or 160% is how that works. So let's go back over here. And you see this? It's still the 16% or the 160%. But what happens is when you put your checks in at a higher rate and then you satisfy that minimum monthly payment, most of the interest goes away. In 7 years, they wind up paying a little under $60,000 for interest. You tell me that's not the better scenario. You tell me that's not a better scenario. That's an American dream. But you have to reallocate how you're paying for this particular customer here. And the way this works here is the amount of his check or her checks that went in, of course, is greater than the amount that they were charging him a month, the $2,900. If it would have been, if it would have been 30 years at $2,900, and then they took all their bills out of there because they're putting 100% of their paycheck in. And the difference between the check that they were depositing and the amount of money that they pulled out was about $5,000. What I was showing you here, the difference. The difference here was $5,467. So the money they put in satisfied that $2,900 paycheck or monthly payment with all that interest. And by the way, just take a look at that real quick. Look at the interest on here. Look at the interest on here. This thing is front loaded on interest. $2,706 and only $262 going to principal. When you get over here and let's amortize this out. And now this is paid over 7 years. So in 2 years, let's look at 24 months. In 24 months, using this strategy here, where they put all their check in, pulled all their bills out, there was an extra $5,000 really going into the kitty, so to speak. In 24 months, look at this. They paid that $400,000 down in 2 years to $296,881. Now let's go back over here in 2 years and 24 months by putting all their paycheck in and pulling out only their bills. Then, when I say bills, food, insurance, gas, entertainment, blah, blah, blah. In 24 months, they bring that principal down to $296,881. Now, and that's in 24 months. Remember this number, 296,000. Now let's get back over here on this one right here. In order to get to 296,000, it takes you 193 months. So do the math on that. It took you 169 months. It took you 169 more months of payments using that strategy. And if you're mad right now, don't be mad at me. You can be mad at me, but I didn't do it to you. And nobody ever taught you. That's why you're in this position. So if you'll just stop for a second and say, can you help me? Yeah, we'll help you. We're going to start with getting you credit. Let's get you credit and lines of credit. What would that be worth? If I got you 100 or 150 or 200 or 250,000, what would that be worth? We'll talk about that when you go to our page. But once again, if you can go back here, before you got down to $296,000, you had to pay 193 payments. On your 194th payment, it took you down to 295. 296, 193 payments. Using this strategy that I'm talking about, in 84 payments, not 293 or 193, not in 193, but in 84 payments, this 400,000 is paid for, done, gone, eliminato. But by putting their full amounts of checks in, look what this did. Look how the interest rate went way down, and that much went towards the principal. Pretty incredible. Pretty incredible stuff. Tell your friends and family. I know it's kind of late out there. 157 people watching here on Twitter or X. Excuse me. Sorry, Elon. I can tell you this, that ain't the American dream. So if you're a parent and you're telling your kids to go get a mortgage, stop for a second. Stop and think about it for a second. Reach out to us and ask us, why does this plan work so well? Sounds like a scam to me. Well, if you want to give away $668,000 in interest payments, go ahead. Go ahead. Do whatever you want. This is your party, not mine. $668,000. Ooh. Incredible. Hold on, guys. Ooh, it's hot in the studio today. It is hot in studio today. Where is LinkedIn here? Hold on, guys and gals. I have to check something. All right. All right, let's go. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Hang with me. All right, I'm back with you. All right, I had to check some other streams because somebody was sending me some notes, and there you go. All right, so once again, there you go. There, let's take a look at what's going on in crypto. I mean, this stuff's exciting. Ooh, $60,924, $60,934, and it made it above. It made it above that channel right here, which is going to be very exciting if it can stay up there more than the day. See, it started below there, but it made its way out. Let's see if it can stay up there for the day. This really isn't. I mean, who knows where this may head to. I have it charted to as high as 188,000 and as low as, you don't want to hear my low, but below 14,000. The stories. I don't know, guys and gals. I mean, I like to watch it. I mean, it's moving. It's moving slowly. There's not a lot of movement here, but it is trading. You can see it trading live right over here. I mean, part of the news that we've been watching is what's going on with BlackRock and it's moving 60,887. I mean, it's going, it's moving, and it's moving in real time. Let's take this down to this is an hour chart right here. And you see here how it popped above my channel line right here. And you see here, I mean, this is just incredible, guys. It hit above this channel here. This is incredible. See here? And then, by the way, this is just a 1 hour chart, but for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, of course, you know, you really need you need this to be for at least a day for this to mean anything. This is only an hourly chart. But you can see here where it popped up. And that's where it's been trading right now at $60,824. And the volume, it's only changed like 2% for the day. 2.22%. You can see here. This is a 1 hour chart. We don't want to freak you out by putting in a minute chart, but you see what it's done for the last hour. It went from 60,671 to 61,011. So, you know, it didn't move that much. $300 or $400. Moved about $300. This is going to be interesting to see what happens here. Bitcoin ain't not messing around. This is super exciting. And now you just scrunch it up, you know. And there you go. I mean, anything could happen. I always say, buyer, be careful. We're not giving any advice, but whenever it starts accumulating like that, you're going to get some crazy stuff happen. That's for sure. Here, you look at here. Let's take a look. Bitcoin BTC resumes rally on 1 hour. Well, I'm on the hour. Here's the story just talking about what I'm talking about. Bitcoin BTC USD resumes rally on 1 hour. Bearish scenario. Okay. Well, you see this guy here. You see this here. See how this is widened out? How this is widened out? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You see here he has going this direction and then this direction up here. He also has a lane coming down. We won't get into that one too much. Here's what we're talking about. BTC and Ethereum block trading is back on fire. Okay, whatever that. Bitcoin to wrap to top VWAP band. No, not going to get into that one. Here's a good one. Let's look at this one. Look at this. And I like this. This is a chart similar to mine, but look at this. Now look at this. Look at this. See this right here? Look at this. So you see it right down here. See where it's hitting the bottoms here? Hitting the bottom of this mountain here, bottom here. Now we're getting into the, not quite the new day, but out of his trading. So he'll come back on, or she will come back on later, probably earlier in the morning, and then they're going to chart this area here. So they really have it cut off right here. But you can see what it's doing. This is an excellent chart. Excellent. This is a 1 week chart. But you see here how he has it going down. He has the same, we have the same trend where it's trending in that channel going down. This is Gold Bug by Gold Bug 1. Nice little chart, Gold Bug. And then he has the range from 60,799 to 67,500, or excuse me, 67,750. So he's got a $7,500 range. And then he has it all the way up to $130,000. So the nice little chart, Gold Bug. That was a nice chart. I like that one. So here, this guy's talking about shorting the position here. This is by Ian Carson, _ Carson. Nice chart here that he has. Yeah, he's saying he's thinking this is going to drop down to around $58,000, or that's the direction he thinks it's going. Could be. You don't know because it's, it's accumulating. It's accumulating. So you don't know where it's going to go. That's the thing. So here's a chart very similar to mine, really similar to mine. A little bit more complex. Really nice little chart here. He was talking about the S&P 500. So I know a guy, NVIDIA, bought that and had an 11,000% increase. His money went up 11,000 times. It's good. Keep watching. This is good stuff here. Mm, uh, at 4. This is an excellent analysis. Really good analysis. Really good analysis here. Very good. I like that one. Let me see if there's another one here that I can pull up that I like. Well, here's one that's charted similar to mine. You see here, he has this one from the 9th. So, about 10 days worth here. And you see how we're all in the same trend where, it's in that channel. It's in that channel and it's trending down. Now here, look at this. This guy is on one right here. Target. This guy's trading some money here. All right. All right. Nice little trader. I like that. Did a good job. Good job. Let me see if there's another one in here that I might want to pull up. So there's a lot of good people that chart and do a really good job at charting. I try to keep mine simple, as you see. I keep it very simple. I'm going to stay off those 1 hour trade analysis, but a lot of people are doing that. I'm not a big fan of the 1 hour. You see, I have it on here now. I like to stick with the day or the week. But even as you notice here, you see here, I'm on the, we all have the same trend line. Same trend line. Now mine's a little steeper than theirs. But once again, I'm going back to, no. How do you get rid of that? No. I'm going back to July 15th, and most everybody else is going back here, right here. They're going right here. And you see that right here, guys? This is that trend right in here. So it's a little steeper. I mean, mine's a little steeper than theirs. See this? It's steeper than theirs, but we're all in the same channel. Like we're pretty much in the same channel. Theirs is just a shorter time frame than mine. I'm going back, you know, I'm going back to about a month and 4 days, and they're going back 10 days. So that's why you're getting that steeper. That's actually how they had that right there. So we're pretty close, actually. We're pretty close in the same trend. I like that. Let me get rid of this. I don't like to put other trends too much into what I have, or at least they're charting. I like to pretty much keep it mine the way I have it and then just highlight other people. This is a good one right here. Look at this. And I like what he did here. It's a 15 minute. Ooh, this is ugly. This guy, but nice chart. Really, really good chart here. Let's just take a look at this for a second. He's betting on this one heading up to the 60s, $61,000, $62,000 range. That's where he's believing this is heading. He may be right. I mean, we're already there at $60,854. So it's not going to be a stretch for that to go to $62,000. That's only $1,020, So I like that guy's chart. I may go back and look at that one a little later. Let's take a look at this one right here. Let's look at this chart. This is from Ian Carson again. Yeah, we looked at this one right here. See where it came out? You see the trend lines here, bam, and then it popped up above that trend line. Yeah, we've seen this one. And that's a good chart. A little bit more complex than what I do, that's for sure. Where's that one at? Where's that at? Let's pull this one up. Okay. Already did this one. All the ones that I like, I'm trying to look for them. I'm looking for them again. I'm finding them actually. I think we're on rinse and repeat now. No, this would confuse you right here. These things confuse me half the time. I think I've seen about all I want to see is somebody else's charting. But anyway, here we go. And there you go, folks. Who knows where this thing's going to wind up? Pretty steep here. I think if it hit this sub channel, here's the channel that if we hit this channel here, I mean, you'd be in the 40s, the low 40s, 41,000, all the way down to 25,000. That would be pretty dramatic. Pretty dramatic. I don't think we're heading anything like that, but I don't know. It's been making its case. You see here all this accumulation, so it's making its case. Thanks, guys. 184 of you watching. Usually by this time of day, we have like 1,500 or 2,000 or so. So, you hurt my feelings. Tell your friends and family, and if you're new to Bruce Porter's channel here, I'm Fly Mackey. I'm the CEO of Smart Money Culture Television. I did a lot of babbling today. I didn't really get to the point. But as soon as we're done with television here in Texas and Louisiana, so we broadcast live. Once again, you guys, you can buy into our company. You can support Bruce. You see this right here? You could support Bruce. There's me right there. See, whatever we're broadcasting into Texas and Louisiana, we rebroadcast back to the website here and to different social sites. Here is the locations that we're at right here. And so those of you who are in internet land out there, who from the East Coast to the West Coast to other places of the world, I went to that Austin crypto conference, and there was people from Germany and Liechtenstein and some other countries. They go, I love your show. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you. I didn't know you could get our show over there, but that's the power of the internet. But here's where we're at now. If you're looking for credit, hit that credit button. You can hit the contact button too. We've been getting people that, but this won't tell you whether you qualify. I had a lady today who said, you know, sounds like a get rich quick. There is no such thing as get rich quick, number one. And number two, you're not getting rich, you're getting credit, which means you're going to go into debt. What is that? How is that a get rich quick scheme? These pyramid get rich quick. She said this sounds like a pyramid get rich quick scheme. No, this is taking your finances, your credit profile. It's taking your debt. You hire someone like us. We're just little fish. We're swimming with the sharks, the big boys and the big girls, because we know what we're doing. So it's easy to do a business when you know what you're doing. But we're not in competition to any of those guys who are doing like Fund and Grow. You see them all over the internet. Those guys have already done 300 million this year, 300 million that they've raised for their customers. And you've got Credit Suite, who's already done $1 billion, over $1 billion. We're not, they know us, we're friends. They support me. They say, come on, go, I love it. But we're nobody to them, and we're definitely not competition to them. Not even. Credit Suite spends $100 million a year. 100 million. Companies like Credit Suite, they spend hundreds of millions of dollars marketing and advertising. Hundreds of millions. That's how they get all this business. And you know, if they got their customers $1.5 billion, you can imagine what they made, right? Lots of money. And the same way with Fund and Grow, you know, spending $20 million a year plus, you know, that's a lot of money. So when you get these guys out here on Instagram and Twitter, you know, or X like we're on, and LinkedIn and Facebook, and they say we can do this and we can do that, 99% of them work by themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that, but they're not spending millions. They're not doing what we're doing. They don't have chief financial officers and chief marketing officers and chief operating officers and directors of content and directors of finance. And they don't have half a dozen people or so that are, when leads come in, that they're figuring out exactly how to get them the strategy. They don't have that. We have all of that here. We're just like the big boys and the big girls. I spent the money to build the foundation. That's what we have here. Okay. So we're always looking for credit, Donald. We're always looking for more people to help us out. But you got to remember and for those of you out there, Doug, and lots of you partners out there who partnered with us, and some who haven't, who want to, maybe wanting to, it takes the average company a couple of years before you start getting it right. Okay. Now not saying that you're not making money. We've been making money from day one, but to catch up with all the debt took us a couple of years. And then we were right there. And then one of our partners pulled the rugs right out from under us by telling the banks some stupid story and cut all that credit. And when that happened, we had to start all over again. But this is the way business, you never quit. I tell people all the time, never quit. Never quit. You can get frustrated. You can do all kinds of stuff, but never quit. And we're a small company. You know what that did to a company like us? Well, it put us back. But it is what it is. You don't quit. Anyway, we're about to get there again. And if you don't have massive credit to put out massive marketing, and we have TV channels. We're working on getting our TV channels right and scaling our TV channels, not our social media. Glad to be on social media. Those of you who are watching us, by the way, we're going to go to here shortly. You can fill out this form right here. Fill it out. And then you can hire us. We'll go get you some credit. If we got you 100,000 or so, what would that be worth to you? I mean, serious. We're going to be off the air here in a few minutes on our television network. So Corpus Christi, Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Texas, and all the other cities around there that are watching us, thank you for being loyal watchers of our TV network. Thank you, Lake Charles, Louisiana. I pulled up in Lake Charles with my 3 dogs, and I pulled up to the lake right there on the sand. I opened my SUV, and then me and the dogs, and it was nice and cool. It was cool. And me and the dogs, we slept there and got up in the morning and ran that long beat. There was nobody out there that time early in the morning, and it was grand. And the people of Lake Charles were really, really nice folks. Really nice folks. I asked the Popo, I said, I'm going to be out. They said, they didn't care. Well, it's past limit. They got better things to do than go get somebody that's sleeping on the beach. I have good Popo karma. Good Popo karma. I knew I was coming from Houston, and I was traveling yesterday, and I came up to, and I travel with my own food. I eat with my own dogs. We sleep together. That's why I look like I look half the time. But I needed to get out, so I got out. I was under some shade there. It was 100 degrees. It was hot, 100 degrees. And I'm in this old van. I got this old van, and I go into this Subway and just wanted some ice water. But I went in there, and they talked me into getting something. So I got a little sandwich, and then I seen the Popo there. And the girl at the counter was saying, your ex-wife, this is how small a town this was. Your ex-wife was my volleyball coach and my softball coach. And she just went on and on and on about how much she loved this highway patrolman's or this deputy sheriff, how much she loved his ex-wife. And it brought the biggest smile. And she goes, do you know who I am? And he said, no. And she goes, well, your daughter is my best friend. And that got another big, but that's the disconnect. That's what happens. When you get love, don't throw your love away. It's cheaper to keep them. You ladies, you men out there, It doesn't make you a man to bully, but it does make you a man to be a provider and a protector, because we're wired that way. We're wired to be a provider and a protector and a defender. Yeah, we're wired that way. So I won't talk about the women because I'm not really qualified, but I do know how men are wired. And so, for you ladies out there, we know about 42% of you people that are watching the network here are women. Thank you, ladies. It's usually higher. It always is. The women people are watching are usually higher number than the men. But once again, I do talk some manly stuff, so I'm going to get a higher volume of men. But I would like to say to you ladies out there, thank you. You're the ones. I see a little delay there. Thank you, ladies. You're the ones who run the households and your businesses and the children and everything that goes with it. So we appreciate you. Thank you very much. We're gonna leave here just shortly. And but thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for watching our show. 205. Okay, not sure what that's all about. Not sure. I'm clicking on button here. You guys who are fans of Bruce Porter, make sure you guys, if you're watching the channel, and make sure that you hit the like button and follow him, okay? And then help him get to his next event that's coming up. All right. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Yeah, it's going to get exciting. All right, guys and gals, we're going to take a commercial break here in just a second, and then we're going to get more to the adult. I cuss a lot. So on broadcast television, the FCC does not like it, but the internet world don't care. It doesn't care. You know, you can do quite a bit on the internet, and I like to let a few F words and stuff, dang it kind of words. You know, I like to let them fly after hours here. You've been watching Smart Money Culture Television, and for those of you out in TV land, we'll see you. We'll be back in just a few minutes. For the rest of you guys, yeah, we'll be back in just a second, okay? Don't go nowhere. Make sure you hit that credit button or that contact on smartmoneyculture.tv/credit. And fill out that application, okay? If you want some credit, we'll help you get it. All right, we'll be back in just a second. All right, and we are back. Whee! Oh boy. You see my channel over here. See the folks over there in Texas and Louisiana. They're going to go back to watching different programming, new programming. Bruce will be on this television network tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time and then 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks for the 210 loyal television watchers. Totally appreciate that. Thanks, Prime Disclosure and 42 others. So in the last, we've had Principe do Amor and 11 others. They liked our post. And we had a lot of people who have reposted our shows. Then I had Grant Goldade, who followed us. Then I had Chantilly Lace and 2 others that reposted. Then I had Prime Disclosure. Thank you. Prime, I think, is the one who sent us asking us. Hi, Prime Disclosure. We're bridging heaven on earth, lifting Gaia and all her children into a 5D paradise of love, joy, bliss, and abundance for all. Thank you, Prime, and 42 others. Pure Blood follows us. Thank you. Barry Ross. Thank you, Barry. Always ask them what the APR is. Yeah, once you compute that, it's clear what type of lender they are. Yeah, thank you, Barry. Calliope Wren and 8 others reposted. We've had lots of people, probably about 200 people or so. Here it is right here. Hi, Catherine Armstrong. Sounds too good to be true, like one of those pyramid schemes promising riches quick. Better off focusing on building a solid business foundation than chasing fast cash. Let me tell you something, you 217 watchers. You cannot run a business on cash, period. I'm sorry, you can't. She's wrong and you're wrong. And you may run one, but you're a one-man, one-woman band, and you're going to stay that way. And Dave Ramsey and all those guys want you to be that way. They don't even want you to be in business. They want you to be, because you can't run a business without credit. I'm sorry. It don't work. It's impossible unless you have so many sales come in and people give you so many deposits that come in. But how do you think you get those sales? You get it by marketing and advertising. I'm on TV. Look at this. I want to show you something. This is just how people are stupid. Look at that big old QR code in the middle of my face there. You see this right here? Look at this. You see these 2 million? What's going on, sir? I got an itch in the back of my head. The picture was froze a couple of times. Why you got your hair? Ooh, man, you look sharp. Oh, is that what you did? Thank you. I appreciate that. You see these 5 cities we're in? How much do you think this cost? How much do you think it cost me to buy the channels on this network? You think that's free? You think you're doing that with cash? You're not doing this with cash. How stupid is that? Why would anybody, Dave Ramsey, I'm sorry, I love Dave Ramsey, but his teachings and people like Dave Ramsey. The only reason I say Dave is because, you know, he's out there preaching, and he said some things about Fly Mackey. Can you believe that? We're nobody to him. They do $100 million, and they say something about the Indian. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting noticed when they talk about it. There were some people up in the Denver crypto conference, or excuse me, it was a television where TV owners were getting get together. Right, I didn't go to that one, but I get a call from another network, TV network, and they have 100 stations. And he said, "Hey, can we meet?" And I said, "Sure." He said, "I heard your name from somebody up there at the Denver television owners conference, and your name came up." I'm like, "Great, where are you at?" And they said, "Well, we're over here, but we're only going to be here for another day and a half." So I got in my truck, I grabbed my dogs, I said, "Let's go right now." Drove in the middle of the night, about 8 hours. And the next morning, you know how it is, right? Work all day, drive all night. And the next morning, they said, "Meet me here." And we met at a little coffee shop. And the guy asked me, he said, "Pitch me. I want to hear your show." So right in a restaurant with lots of people, I start pitching the Fly Mackey show, just like I was on TV. That's how you do it. You pitch it. I pitch a lot of people. Get a lot of people that tell me, "Nah, sorry, so slotty. We're not buying your business." Yeah, but you're not going to get them all. That's the thing. But anyway, getting back, I'm digressing like a son of a bitch. Excuse me. I can cuss. I'm on the internet now. See that my 2-hour show with the FCC is over, and now we're on Twitter and LinkedIn, and nobody's watching us on YouTube. It's supposed to be Instagram. I don't know what's going on. We got four. We've got 4. We're supposed to be on 8 different channels, but we're only on 4. I have no clue what's going on. And then, it is what it is. I'm not in charge of that, but somebody's supposed to be doing it. Anyway, that's the way it works. Typically, we have like a 1,500 to 2,000 people watching on this channel. Tonight, we only had 222. Thank you. I didn't mean to say it that way. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. At 200, can you see that right there? 222 live people on right now watching us. See that right here? 222 live people. Usually that's like 1,500 to 3,000, 2,000, 3,000. And then by tomorrow, there'll be like 3,500, 4,000 people that have seen it.
Monday.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. We have like and I do a 3-hour show, 3.5-hour show, and about 1,100 people watch for about a little over an hour. So we get a lot of people watching. I don't know why, and I'm happy. Thank you for watching this old Indian. It is what it is. But Monday, what does that have to do with anything? Is that
Traditionally a slow day for a lot of people.
It is, not for TV. Maybe it is. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, getting back to what were we talking about?
In the restaurant business, it is.
In the restaurant business? Yeah.
That's what I know. What's it about?
Help me, baby Jesus. Whew. All right. So, how much do you think it costs to buy this? Millions. This stuff ain't free. Like when people get out on the internet and they go, "Oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that." And then, by the way, I do call you. If you fill out that application, there's a pretty good chance I'm going to be one of the guys calling you to say, "Hey, and I'm an expert. I'm good. I can do this just the same as the staff that knows how to get you credit. I do it too." Okay. I'm in the game with them. And so anyway, this stuff takes a team of people who know what they're doing, and contacts at American Express and Visa and MasterCard and Chase Bank and Bank of America. It takes a lot of work to establish that. It doesn't happen overnight. So for you guys who invest, just so you know too, those who are watching, those of you who invested, what the fuck do you think I've been doing for years? Like, you don't just do this overnight. This takes a lot of work. A lot of 20-hour days. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not complaining. This is the way it works. I mean, you're spending lots of hours awake. I sleep in my truck. I travel all over. Half the time I sleep in the truck with my dogs. Because I'm not wanting to get a hotel. What do you think about that, Doug? Yeah. I'm out there wasting money. Whatever I get goes into the business. You see these cities I'm at. Imagine taking that to another 103. You think that's free? Anyway, I'm bragging. I'm not complaining. It sounds like I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm bragging. This is what it takes to get a business. And this is what it takes to have, when you have a staff. We have C-suite executives at our staff. You know, they get paid to do jobs. You know, so that what I'm trying to say to you all, it takes a team when you're running a business and scaling. And you're going to spend lots of money doing it. And that's okay, because that's why we're in the business. It's the challenge of the business and in the goal setting and the enjoy of paying people's salaries and their mortgages and watching their kids grow up. One of our staff has 8 children. How serious do you think I'd take my business? 8 children. Like, we take this shit serious. So we're working hard for you, and we'll work hard with you and smart with you. Thank you, 229. It just went up. How about you, Donald Trump, Bible thumping NRA kind of guys and gals? Let me speak to the women for a second, because our analytics that I was looking at today. You see this, Doug? Look at this. Look at it. Now, this comes off easy because I just did it. Where's that rag at? This comes off easy because I just did it, but look at this.
Because you didn't clean it before you left, huh?
Yeah.
So you say it got baked?
Got baked. You got anything cleaning stuff you think that would take that off? Any kind of spray at all?
I do, but will it hurt it? I got paint remover spray.
Let's try it. It don't matter if it hurts it. Well, maybe a little bit. So anyway, guys and gals, come on. Let's get up to a couple of thousand. Let's get up to a couple of thousand viewers, okay? Thank you guys who are watching now. And thanks for putting up with my cussing. I love to cuss. But you ladies out there, let me get back to the ladies who are either homemakers or watching the channel because you're business owners. I would probably bet that you're business owners because you're watching the channel and it's a business channel. And you see Jack McCall and the Porter brothers and Dustin and Jane King. She's my favorite because she reports out of the NASDAQ, and she's a legend at the NASDAQ, and she's on my television network. Now, you can find her on CNBC, Yahoo Finance, Fox Business News, and stuff like that too. But she does a show for Smart Money Culture. That's me, baby. She's on my TV network. And I love having people like that. You know who I tried to get? I tried to land. I reached out to Tucker Carlson before Tucker got fired. And I'm like, let's do a deal together. Who else have I reached out to? Megyn Kelly. I'm not a big fan of Megyn, but she's real pretty. And she's tough. And I like tough people. So I tried to get her on. You name it. I tried. And I had a I won't tell you who. There was somebody. Well, I can't remember her name. That's why. But there was one of these gals who got fired from a network, and I seen her. She follows a buddy of mine on Instagram. So I'm like, oh, let me see it. And I direct messaged her. Well, anyway, she direct messaged back and says, yeah, what are you at? Where are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. So we started talking. And of course, the big boys and the big girls, the ones who write real checks, the big checks, won out. But I'm constantly looking for, great talent like the Porter brothers. and like Jack McCall, those guys are going to be big TV stars. They have 154,000 following here. All right, let's try it. You see that?
Works. That's some pretty powerful stuff.
That's what she said. Woo. Stinks too.
Yeah.
No. Woo.
That's so powerful.
I just breathed that in. That's not good to breathe.
Probably not.
Woo.
It does work.
Yeah, do not breathe this stuff. Whatever you do, do not breathe this. Woo. That was nasty. That was nasty. That's disgusting. Oof. I breathed that right in. Not good. Right over here by your marijuana bowl. You know, marijuana is legal in Arizona. Is it legal here?
Yeah.
Is it legal in Texas? Is it legal where you're at? I don't know. Wherever you're at.
Texas is not even medically legal.
Not even medically legal here in Texas. Anyway, people are buying that stuff all the time and smoking it. Don't do it. I tell my buddy all the time, don't do it. Don't smoke. Don't drink. Don't do drugs. Hookers are okay.
Yeah, this is a great sleep.
My buddy's over there just taking things serious, like cannabis is boo-boo.
Great sleep.
It's a great sleep aid.
That's all I'd say.
I'm over here joking. He's over here being serious like a professor, you know,
Great sleep aid.
going, oh, it's a great sleep aid. I'm joking. But don't smoke. Don't do it. And don't drink. I'm not a big fan of it at all. Just don't do it. Now, you can do whatever you want, but I'm just saying, don't. Most business people don't never get ahead that drink and smoke, and I tell you that right now. They don't. Billionaires typically don't drink at all, ever. You get to these centimillionaires. I know a couple of centimillionaires. That means 100 millionaires. These guys aren't drinking. They're not smoking. They're not drink even coffee, soda pop. Nothing that alters them at all. They're not doing none of that. None of it. So when you're in charge of money like that, you know, you make bad decisions sometimes if you're under the influence of whatever. And I'm talking about all kinds of things like soda pop or smoking, like cigarettes.
Soda pop.
Yeah, soda pop's not good for you at all. There's not one good thing about drinking soda pop at all. All right, you Donald Trump, Bible thumping NRA kind of guys. By the way, I talked earlier, probably got mad at me. I'm an independent, more like a libertarian. I'm not voting liberal ever because that's a mental disorder. I mean, if you're a liberal, you have mental problems. I'm sorry. It's a mental disorder, you know. Well, it is. It's a mental disorder. Like, how can you be for abortion and killing babies? You telling me you're in your right mind for doing that? You think you're in your right mind when you're killing babies? By the way, I'm not judging you. You can be mental all you want. It has nothing to do with me. Well, I may be alienating some viewers, but I don't care. I'm not for people who kill babies. No, I always have been against abortion on air. Always.
You used to tell me don't alienate viewers.
Well, you're not on air. I am. You want to get on air? I offered you a show. I got my buddy back here. We're going to let him do some TV too. He does, what do you call that? Betty? Betty AI?
AI chatbots.
AI chatbots.
Virtual assistants.
Yeah, virtual assistants. You know where you make yourself a girlfriend out of that shit? Something like, come over here, Doug. Come over here.
Yeah, for sure.
You want to see what an old pervert looks like? This is a guy. This is a guy with AI Patty. AI Patty.
Yeah.
But you already got what, 300 followers?
Yes.
He got like 300. He got more followers than I got. Jeez.
The AI Patty and Doug show.
Mm-hmm. But you're not doing sex and shit. You know, I just said
No, it's pretty clean.
it's really clean stuff, right?
I've kept it clean at least so far.
And you're talking about mainly what, how AI is scaling and stuff like that.
The upcoming happenings of AI and what's going on and how it's developing, how people are using AI these days, and it's the future
Yeah.
in many ways.
I was staying in a house and it had nothing but old ladies in there. There's nothing worse than 3 old vaginas. And one, well, that's the way I see it. And they were coming. One of them was coming into my room at night, and I'm like, finally had to say, you got to stop that, cut it out. Anyway, And then they'd want to get into conversations with me, and I said, no, we're not doing that. You know, we're not. Look at Doug back. Doug's hiding behind the screen back there because he's laughing.
Some guys would really appreciate that.
You
Boy, they would feel that you're in a very lucky situation.
Yeah, I am lucky. I've been very lucky over my years to get have a good life. You know what I mean? And I think you treat people right too. And I'm joking. I'm having some fun. If you can't have some fun, man, I mean, life is too short. You know what I mean? And we make money here and we do business with people, but I'm going to joke and have some fun and stuff like that. I think it's important to do stuff like that and not take yourself so seriously. Nobody likes it when you take yourself serious all the time, especially now. I know you want us to take us a little serious when we're doing money. There's AI Patty.
There's AI Patty.
There's AI Patty right there.
There she is.
Why is she so anorexic?
That's AI Patty.
Like she looks like she got a bulge between her leg. That's disgusting.
A bulge?
Yeah, you know, it looks like she got the big old dick. Oh, what is that? Go back over there. I want to see that. I want to see AI Patty. Oh, he screwed it all up.
I don't know what I did, but she's coming back.
Yeah, he messed it up. Anyway, we're having some fun. Don't show them, show
There
me.
she is.
Yeah, that girl needs to eat something, man. I mean, if she was real, I'd be saying you need to feed her. Something's wrong with that. Like you need to give that girl some food. Anyway.
Hey, Patty, say hello to everybody in David's show. I'll introduce you to her in just a moment.
Yeah, AI Patty doesn't like to talk.
Well, she takes her a few seconds to decide on what to say.
Oh, gotcha, because it's all G-rated stuff. Yeah. It wouldn't take her but 2 seconds. When I tell Siri to go F off, you know, and say, Siri, come see me later. I got something for you to do for me. And she goes, I can't do that, Mr. Flea. She doesn't know she can't say fly. She calls me Flea. Okay, Flea Mac, whatever you want, Flea Mackey, but I can't do that.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for tuning into the AI Patty and Dog Show. I'm Patty, and I'm excited to be a part of this special episode with Doug and David. Say hi back to us.
Well, hello. That is so cool.
There. Now say hello.
Hello, Patty.
That was David. Or Fly.
You can call me whatever. Amber calls me Dick. I'll go by any one of those 3 names.
Well, I'm not going to call you that.
I ain't going to call you that. You see what we had to put up here? So we're having a little fun. Thank you, guys. You know, it is midnight. No, it is 2 hours. It is 3 hours. It is 1:30 in the morning on the East Coast. So thank you for staying with us. You guys are up late. Tell your friends and family. Now, 42% of you are women. Can I talk to you ladies out there? So some of you.
I said hi already, but I'll say it again. Hello, David. Nice chatting with you both on the show.
Patty, cut it out. Doug made some spaghetti today. It was pretty good.
That's Patty.
This is. Am I supposed to say something?
No, that's Patty. Just
That-
showing you.
That's Patty. AI Patty.
That's AI Patty. She can say anything that she
They can't
wants
see
to.
your face, Doug. You're talking, but they can't even see you.
Patty is very understanding and very capable of intelligent conversation.
You remember Trump talking about, the nerds in the basement? This is it right here.
Hey,
You can't get any nerdier, but you're a Trump fan, right?
there's someone for everybody.
But you are a Trump.
even if they are AI.
But you are a Trump fan, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah, you got a big sign outside your house.
Would you like a bumper sticker?
Yes.
I just got some bumper stickers.
Yeah. Somebody already ran into my van, so I don't think putting a bumper sticker on there is going to help me.
Yeah.
But anyway, Doug, let me finish the show here. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Got about 32 minutes or so. I may stay on another hour. But anyway, so those of you guys here, if you think the American dream is to go into debt by hundreds of thousands of dollars, I urge you to reach out and let me maybe give you another dream. Something, it's still the American dream, but it's a way better American dream than getting in debt. And I never understood, and tell you the truth, I was broke and so poor most of my life that I didn't know the difference of what it meant to get a mortgage and stuff like that, because I was so broke and so poor. Nobody was giving me a mortgage. I didn't qualify for the outhouse, much less a real house. You know what I mean? So I didn't know anything about, and this was my fault that I wasn't studying, because I made enough money, even in my poor years, that I could have gotten credit and lines of credit, and I could have had all kinds of help where, hey, Doug, you know what we ought to do is we got to test this because it's starting to cool down. We ought to test this where we cut this thing and put it in that hole right there.
I'm not gonna do that until I can turn it off though, because that thing's really hot.
Turn it off. I don't need it on.
Okay.
I'd love to see how it works though. This is how real TV works. We're in a garage studio. Thank you to my partner here. You want me to turn this off? I just turned it off.
I think I can handle it.
He says he thinks he can handle it. 230. We got 3 more subscribers, or 3 more people. If you're not a subscriber or a follower of Bruce Porter, please hit the like button and follow. Okay, his channel. If you're on one of the other channels, do the same. Okay, 241 viewers now. Now it's going to start popping up. I can already tell we're going to have 1,000 or 2,000 viewers before it's all over. But once again, if you think that the American dream is to go into debt and why is that big QR code in front of his face? I mean, sorry, Jack. You see this right here?
There you go. I did it.
You did it? No, you got no. You got to move this, Doug. You got to move this all the way over there.
Oh.
Hold on, guys and gals. Hold on. Come on, Doug.
I thought you wanted to use it.
No, I don't need it. I'm trying to tell you now. Take it out. There you go. Keep going. And you really need some cardboard. There you go. Keep going. Oh, there's mine. Hold on a second. Let me get this out of the way. Really what you need, Doug, is you need to raise this up about this high. You got something going?
A box?
Yeah, you got a box?
Sure.
How about the microwave? You want to put it on the microwave? I'll hold it.
Probably not, because it's good because it'll leak water.
All right, find me something, Doug. Find me something. We'll be right back, folks. Don't go nowhere. That's that vent going outside. He got all kinds of crap in here. See this deal right here, guys and gals? Go fill this form out. Go to smartmoneyculture.tv/credit and fill this out right here. And then I will go over an American Dream that will eliminate that's hundreds of thousands of dollars in credit. Hundreds of thousands of dollars that you're going to pay, in interest payments. And then we'll show you how to become your own banker. And somebody asked me that, well, what do you know? Well, I don't know a lot about banking. It's not as much as some of these real professionals do. But we got people that we're going to hook you up with after we get you the credit, okay? Who are going to help you walk through. Yeah, now you need some tape, Doug. Hold on, guys. Doug. Now you need some cardboard to fill up this hole because you got a big hole there, and this needs to come out. Like all
Up the hole.
yeah, all this needs to get covered up. Really, I mean for real. This is a joke. Okay, so all this needs to get covered up in like a cardboard with just this going through it, and then we can tape it off, and then that's going to keep a lot of that out of there. And then this right here.
Push it off the box.
Sorry, Doug. Here, I got it. Go ahead, Doug. Go back. There you go. Just leave it right there. Whee! I'm telling you, 241 viewers. Thank you.
You don't remember that we already tried this when you were here before, and it didn't work.
No,
Because this room's not insulated.
you don't need to be. Try. Oh man, it feels better already. Doug, come over here. Come over here by me and tell me you can't feel that.
So you'd rather I turn it towards you more.
No, you don't have to do anything. Just don't mess the deal up back there. That's all I don't want you to do.
Yeah, you should feel better.
No, I can't feel it at all. It was perfect where you had it. If
Really?
you'd have just left it alone.
Okay,
There you go.
that's how you want it.
Well, I can actually feel it.
Okay.
Put your hand right here, Doug. Doug, see?
I could feel it more right here.
Well, just, you don't have to do anything now. Just leave it alone.
Well, mostly right here.
Yeah. Well, I feel it on me right here really good.
Mm-hmm.
The engineer's in here. It's his studio. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's way better, Doug.
Tried that when you were here at the start of the summer. though.
Ooh.
You were not happy with it.
That's way better. No, Doug. Sorry, Doug. Sit over there. You know how old men get? They just babble. Boo boo. Boo boo.
Yeah, and they
Boo.
forget things.
And then we all forget. Oh, wait till you get old. You'll wake up, shit your pants, and all day long you'll look for the person who shit your pants, and you go, "Who shit my pants?" Oh, I did. Okay. But click that button there, hit the like button, share. If you're not a follower of Mr. Bruce Porter, follow him. Mm-hmm. But fill out this, and I'll show you the same American Dream, just handling it differently. That's all. And then once you learn how to get credit, what are you doing there, Doug?
It needs to be tilted backwards for the water to drain.
Oh, gotcha. It'd probably be better. Hold on, don't go nowhere. It'd probably be better if we had a table and this thing was this vent back here was even like this in height. And because this cold air, look at this, Doug. This cold air goes out and it goes down, and hot air goes up. So that would be probably even better. If you had a table or something that this could go on. I don't know what that would be.
Okay.
We're improvising here in the garage studio tonight. Thank you, 245 live TV watchers. Okay. I'm not complaining. It's just normally this is like 2,000 or 3,000. I've never seen it this low. I'm not complaining. Keep up the good work. Thank you, baby Jesus. But anyway, getting back to the American Dream, if you fill this out, then I will walk you through the possibilities of getting you credit. You know, in half our country, 60% of our country, more than 60% gets credit. It's just the majority of people don't get taught how to use it. So if you have it and you've never been able to utilize it to pay down your debts and scale yourself as a family, imagine this, imagine borrowing the money to buy your own cars. Now, I heard Dave Ramsey say today, how stupid is that? He said, I've never met a millionaire. Well, let's leave me out. But my buddy over here, who's worth $100 million, does the same strategies that I'm talking about right now. And he never uses his own money. You know, the amount of people that actually get there using cash is like 1 or 2%. It is a small amount. That's why Dave Ramsey's business went from what he makes to his proteges and the people that work in his organization. 78% of all his business comes from not him anymore. He only 22% of the business is his. The rest of it's his company, but people that work for him who have different ideas, because cash don't work, and it hasn't worked. He has great ideas to lower your debt and pay them off. Yeah. But if you ever get yourself in trouble, you're done. You're done. Like my buddy over here. No, that's not it. Unless you're going to put that box on there.
That was what I was thinking.
All right, hold on. Don't go nowhere, folks. Here, move out of the way, Doug.
Pick it up if you can move everything in position.
This ain't a great box for you.
Hold everything under. Hold the flaps down.
Shut up. That's getting closer. Now take this and shove that the fuck out of there. That's getting closer. You're getting closer. Right. Sorry for cussing. I'm helping him with the vents. All right, you 245 people. Share. Oh, yeah. First of all, that AC is a little bit too small. You need the bigger one. But that's a pretty good one right there. Good job, guys. Anyway, you 245. I need 30, 40, or 50 of you to share this video right now so that other people can see it and join, okay? But once again, and then if you're not a follower of Bruce Porter, hit the follow button. Say, follow him along and support him, okay? If you like his work, support him. He's going to be on tomorrow morning twice on his own channel. And I'm Fly. Those of you who are joining us for the first time, I'm Fly Mackey. I am the CEO of Smart Money Culture Television Network. We're real TV, broadcast television into homes, into Corpus Christi, Bryan College Station, Beaumont, and Houston, Texas, in about 40 or 50 cities are in the surrounding areas there, around there. And then Lake Charles, Louisiana. Okay. And so if you were sitting in your house, you just turn on the TV. Oh yeah. Yeah. I can feel that. Much different. Yeah. And I may get another one too and bring it. It's a little bit bigger. It's about twice as big as that. But yeah. Totally cool. Good stuff, Doug. Yeah. Anyway, anyway, so we're broadcasting back here on the Porter channel, and then I have like nobody watching my YouTube channel. Why is that? He got 300 people watching him and AI Patty, and I got nobody watching me on YouTube. That's okay. I have a television network. We got people watching us there. So, yeah, thank you. We got about 80,000 people a day, and it doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a lot. The potential is about 3 million a day. But once again, we're a new network, and we're working it. But once again,
Mine's not live.
yours ain't live.
No, it's just posted.
Yeah, he posts his. That's okay.
So people follow it. I mean, at different times.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Well, if you do the show at the same time, it doesn't matter. It's just a show. Anyway, Doug, shut up. What are you doing over there, Doug? You see him live. He's laughing, baby. It's my good buddy.
It's all part of the show. I know you like it.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's the interaction. It's the talking. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like that. It'd be better if you was on your computer and then I could pull you up and talk. But we'll do that tomorrow. I'm heading out to another state tomorrow, talking to a guy who owns a couple of TV stations, and we're going to talk to him about buying his television station. So once again, sure. So once again, if you will hit that credit button there, go to smartmoneyculture.tv/credit and hit the credit button and fill it out. I will walk you through our approach to get you 100, 150, 200, 250,000 in credit. It's not that hard. And for those of you who already have credit cards, you already know it ain't that hard because you already have them. But what we'll show you is how to get the bigger limit cards. And then if you will pay attention, we will show you how to take your payroll and use one of your credit cards like a bank. And when you can borrow your own money and then pay it back, you pay it back at a lower scale. Now, when you do this, you got to remember, it's not always going to get paid back the whole thing this month. So you have to have patience. So let's say you go borrow 100, 200, 300, like my buddy who just borrowed $600,000. He took $600,000 off his credit line and he paid for his house. $649,000. $49,000 he paid in cash because he had a lot of cash, and cash is trash. So he instead of paying using all his cash, he took a percentage of his cash and put it into his own bank through his own whole life insurance policy, where he had his death benefits. It wasn't the big one, so his premiums weren't that big. But I think his premiums were like $400 or $500 a month, and maybe it was $600 a month premiums for his death benefits. And that's what it cost to have it. But he was able to dump a ton of money in there, and that's what he's doing. He put money in that account to be his own banker, and he was able to borrow back 90% of that if he wanted to. I'm not going to get into the weeds and all the details on this, but once again, when you learn how to use your credit, he took all that credit and paid off his house. Now, some of you have credit in your house. That's a whole different story. That's taking a HELOC. Those are wonderful to do too. But the point of what he did in all this was he took credit and more credit and more credit and bam, bam, and used the credit, and then became his own banker, which is really cool stuff. Okay. Now, this can be a little scary for some of you. And they go, well, what happens if I lose my job? Well, what happens if you lose your job, you dumbass? You go back to work. It's that simple. Are you that stupid? If you lose your job, listen, guys and gals, I'm just talking here. I'm not calling you stupid. I'm just being a little flamboyant and a little, what do they call it when you're trying to draw pictures and stuff like that? I'm being a little colorful. There's another word, but it's slipping me right now. But I'm just trying to say to you, okay, even if you lose your job, who cares? You got all this credit. You use that credit to pay your bills maybe for a month or 3 months or 6 months. So I know a guy right there who just, when he lost his job, he went and started doing delivery and driving. These are not ideal jobs for him, but he did it because that's what we do. That's what people do when they have to provide. So whether you're a man or a woman and you have to provide for yourself, it doesn't matter. It's all vanity. Don't let somebody tell you, "Oh, you're flipping burgers." I don't want to see anybody flipping burgers. I'm just saying. Like, "Oh, you're out digging ditches?" The first time I saw somebody that I knew that lived in a really nice house, drove really nice cars, his kids were friends of mine, and he was digging a ditch. I didn't understand it. I didn't know. I didn't get it. Why someone like that would be digging ditches. Well, the first thing he did when he lost his job was went out and found some work today, and that's what he did. Not saying that you have to dig ditches, but I'm just saying that's what he did. Okay? So, because it's all vanity. I'm just saying, if you lose your job, you're going to get another job. But why would you get caught up on losing your job? Like, come on, man. Have some balls. Wake the fuck up. Be somebody. Go to work like normal. Do the job that they hired you to do. Be the guy or the gal that they hired you to do. Put your phone down and do the job that they hired you to do. That's a novel idea. Who would do that? Well, anybody who wants to do the right thing so that they can get paid. That's who would do that. So anyway, that's the whole point of having this credit. I would rather put my debt on somebody else's credit than spend all my cash. If you can't get that, then I can't help you. And no one is going to help you. If you can't get the idea into your head that you should be using somebody else's money instead of yours, then you can't be helped. And those of you who watched my show 2 nights ago, had a guy on who made $600,000 he made $60,000 a month, $720,000 a year, and was broke, all cash. And when it went away, he had no credit. He had a little bit of credit, but he listened to somebody and decided, I'm not paying my credit. Screw them. I'm not going to pay it. And his wife cut off her credit cards by listening to some bright idea from somebody. Don't use credit. Like, how stupid. I'm not calling them stupid. That action, though, was not a smart action to do. And now they're living here in being poor for zero reasons. If you make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $500,000 a year, you should have at least that in credit lines. And it's not that hard to get. It's not hard at all to get. It's how you apply for the cards. It's that simple. Okay? Whee! Hold on. Hold on, guys. And there we are. I'm getting old, man. Look at my face. We had a small audience tonight. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm getting old. All right. Come back up here. You can fill out this form here. And thank you, 251 live viewers tonight. I'm Fly Mackey, once again, of Smart Money Culture Television. And we're broadcasting live here on Bruce Porter's channel here on X. And Bruce is a TV host on my network here in Texas. And so glad to have him. Very proud. He's got a big audience and, 154,000 of you following him. So continue to do that. Okay. Anyway, if we can move forward here, if you're looking for that American dream and you want some credit, we can help you with that. It's not that hard to get 100, 150, 200, 250,000 in credit. The question is, what are you going to do when you get it? You got a plan? All right. Fly Mackey over and out. You've been watching the Fly Mackey Show. God bless you. Have a great night.